Hi, I'm James Leichter. We just finished our web TV show today, and as usual, I want to pick a topic from that show and talk a little bit about it. One question that came up today is it fair to compete against manufacturers? Is it fair for HVAC companies to compete against utilities? When it comes to manufacturers, what we're talking about is the people that make the equipment that we sell. Is it fair to compete against them? Is it fair to compete against the utilities? And I want to share with you my answer. My answer is basically this. As a business person, I'm not wired to think about what's fair and what's not fair. As long as no laws are being broken, I don't really think about is it fair or not. The only thing I think about is how to compete with them. And the one point that I want to make is good competition can only help you. Whenever you have a utility company, a manufacturer, or anybody else who's really good to compete with, that helps your business. Now, you might be thinking that's the last thing you want is to compete against somebody who's really good. But think about it for a minute. Would you rather compete with an excellent company, or would you rather compete with some goober working out of a unmarked pickup truck? I'm sure you'd rather compete against a company that really knows what they're doing, a company that understands their cost of doing business, a company that understands how to do a great job installing things, a company that understands marketing and sales is a whole lot better to compete against than someone who doesn't understand their cost of doing business. So what am I getting at? I'm getting at a low-cost provider. What do I mean by that? I'm talking about somebody who's cheap. Would you rather compete against another so-called expensive company? And by the way, most companies that are supposedly expensive are just companies that understand their cost of doing business. Would you rather compete against somebody charging $150 an hour, or would you rather compete against somebody charging $55 an hour? I'd rather compete against somebody that knows what they're doing. Have you ever noticed that almost always, whenever there's a Walmart, there's a Target catty corner to them nearby across the street? Have you ever noticed wherever there's a Lowe's, there's a Home Depot? Good competition seeks out good competition. It makes both of them look good. So remember, regardless of who you're competing against, is it a manufacturer? Is it the utility company? Is it some fantastic company in your neighborhood? Good companies raise the bar for all of us. The HVAC industry needs good competition. Now, clearly, none of us are hoping for more competition, right? I think we have way too many companies right now. I think a lot of these companies need to go out of business, and those people need to go to work for somebody else. But that notwithstanding, I would much rather see all of you and myself compete against great competition rather than some goober working out of an unmarked pickup truck. Thank you.